Okay, and as you transition to high school, I mean, I was going to ask who were your first coach, but just go ahead and tell us anyway. We know.
Well, as I transitioned to high school, I still was kind of like stuck on basketball because, you know, in the summer, Coach Miller came in as the new head football coach, and he brought the summer program in. So he brought the summer program in. Like, first and foremost, me as being a ninth grader, I don't really know about summer program anyway. So, you know, it's summertime. I'm chilling. I'm enjoying my summer. You know, I'm basically thinking about basketball camp because back then we was going to basketball camp. So that's really what was on my mind. And so the guys that was going to practice, Coach Miller was sending the word back. You know, if you know Coach Miller, you know it was a word. So you know, as a kid, like man, I ain't going no practice. You know. So one day we hang around in my grandma's yard and a truck pull up. Me and John like, man, who is this? Dark skinned guy get out, glasses on, Coach Miller. So we like, oh man. So he pull up on us, man. He gave us a figure of speech. He kind of scared us, you know. So eventually, after that, I started going. I started going to practice, and that's when I really fell in love with it, you know. And back then, we had older guys like Tavares Connor, which is my cousin. Like playing with him kind of instilled me more because Tavares was that guy. You know, so that kind of instilled me more into, like, you know what I'm saying, this is what I think this is something I want to do too. So I just fell in love with it, man. Yeah.
Well, Tavares, we had scheduled an interview with him because I want to hear his story as well. And I can't remember, something came up. It was about 6-7 months ago, but something came up. But we're still going to get that interview in because we want to hear his story too. So tell me a little bit about the ninth grade year.
Well, my ninth grade year, back then, like, I don't really think they do it no more. But, you know what I'm saying, we used to do the bull ring, stuff like that. And my first time going, I had to go against Steve Little. Steve Little, big back, you know, big back. So we go in there and I put it on, boom. So he don't have on knee pads. So Coach Miller, he say what he say, and he like, you gonna wear them knee pads now? I bet you wear them knee pads now, you know. So after that, my ninth grade season, I started at cornerback, and then some games I started at safety, some games I started at fullback. Like, I was a utility player. I pretty much played anything. Like my ninth grade year, as a freshman, I think I had like 5-6 picks as a freshman, and I had a good freshman year. You know, great. I think I had a great freshman year. You know, and then being young, it was it was all about, when you're young, you don't understand yet the team thing. You know what I'm saying? Especially as a ninth grader playing with the high school, you're like, you know, like, shoot, man, you know, I'm this, you know. So I'd be in the locker room after the game, and it's like, I'm excited because, like, when we played Louisville, I had like 2 picks my ninth grade year. So, you know, we playing Louisville, I got 2 picks, I'm a freshman, and they mad. They mad. And they had a reason to be mad. But at the same time, at that moment, I didn't understand because
the team concept.
Team concept. Because, you know what I'm saying, I played good, you know. But it wasn't about me. It was about the team. And as I got older and older, I started understanding it because at the time as a ninth grader, I got time. The time ain't ran out on me yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a time jeopardy thing for me now. But for a junior and a senior, like, it's time sensitive. You know what I'm saying? So these guys trying to win games, especially as a senior, you know, you on your way out. You want to win all your games, you know. So, and then that, my coming into my spring of my freshman year, going to my 10th grade year, I tore my knee up. I had an ACL injury in the spring game. So that kind of set me back. And it really kind of, I shouldn't have never got hurt, though. I shouldn't have never got hurt. I shouldn't have even been in the game. But, you know, things happen, you know. But it kind of made me. It made me, and it grew me to being a young man at the time because it was taken away from me. Everything was taken away from me. Cause that summer, I'm sitting at home. Them guys, they coming by hollering at me. I'm depressed.
Yeah.
You know, they come in and holler at me. All right, man. Yeah, I'm good. Time to leave. I'm crying because at this moment, like, I never been in this situation before. You know, just sitting. Only thing I can do is sit at the house. I can't do anything. On my leg in a long cast. So I'm at this moment like, man.
I remember that. I remember that. Yeah.
That moment, I'm depressed. Like for real.
Yeah. I guess, I remember a lot of things when you had missed a game. You missed maybe 4 or 5 games in 30 years, 35 years. So I remember a lot of the stuff that guys have been talking about. Now, so did you have I don't know when everybody got together, but that team that you played on had the biggest offensive line I think that we've ever had. We're getting some decent ones now. We're getting some good sizes, but
that year, my freshman year, and I want to say maybe my 11th, 12th grade year, like we had like guys like Big A, Landis Chandler, Big Hood. The smallest guy on the line was Reggie Harris.
Yeah, and he was the center.
Yeah, he was the center.
Yeah.
But Reggie probably could have been a fullback, But in high school, we got by with it. But like, we had those guys like Darryl Kelly and Big Brown. Bro, we had some meat up front. Donnie Allen, we had some meat up front. So yeah.
And I always we'll get to that. What was that? Your senior year, Tony? The Thompson twins. Your senior year. Okay, so we hadn't got there yet. So. But if y'all got a question, go ahead and jump in and just let me know you want to ask a question because we're gonna keep moving until y'all.
We're gonna let you get all your stuff out first before we ask questions.
Okay, Coach. Then as you move after the injury, some people would just quit and say, "Man, I got hurt out there. I'm not gonna play anymore." But what kept your drive going?
Well, I guess the main thing is like coming from Bruceville, like I always wanted to be one of the guys that get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing against Brookville, but I wanted to get out. One ain't gonna stop me from getting out, and it sure no knee injury wasn't finna stop me. So my thing was getting back out there, and as my therapist, it was like, man, he said you could play again. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be out. Your knee gonna be stronger. So after I heard that I was gonna play again, only thing I was worried about then is rehabbing. But at the same token of, I kind of rushed back. I think I rushed back, but at the same time, with not having no guidance of understanding and learning sports, because my grandma, she ain't know nothing about no sports. Mom ain't know nothing about no sports. So whatever I was doing, it was head first. And they was gonna support me with it. So I kind of rushed back. I came back. I think I came back like the 6th game of the season, something like that. Having halfway through the year, having a good year. I just played basically receiver. Probably end up left out of 5-6 more games we played. I think I scored a touchdown every game we played. So after coming back off a knee injury, and so I think I had a good sophomore year. But if I hadn't got hurt, I probably would have been the star running back. So, but that kind of threw me back with me hurting my knee or whatever. So they used me as a receiver.
Okay. Now, I don't remember exactly what year. I think it may have been your junior year when you played some quarterback.
Yeah. It was. No. It was my senior year.
It was a senior year? Okay.
Senior year.
Yeah. So a lot of people won't even remember that. But moving into your junior year, after having a pretty good productive second half of your sophomore year, then when I guess you was really fired up going into your junior year.
Yeah,
you was healthy and everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Cause like coming from football, I wore my brace. Then basketball, like this big brace on, like man, You know, I'm thinking I'm cool. I got this brace on. Nobody want to see me with a brace on. So, not thinking once again as a kid, you know, I'm thinking I'm Superman. You know, I'm untouchable. You know, so and I still should have worn my basketball season. I still should have worn the brace the full year, which I ended up coming out of it. Didn't get hurt or anything, you know, but it just was, you know what I'm saying, not following the protocol and everything. But coming into my 11th grade year, like, man, I was pumped. I'm like, I'm back fully now. Like, these guys, they really about to see what I can do. So we come in, we get a new offensive coordinator, Coach Johnson. He comes in, and we go from the pro set to the spread offense, 4 wide, 1 fullback. So we run the triple option. Like, I'm playing some fullback, I'm playing slot, I'm playing quarterback. Like, it's a dream, you know. So everything is good. And I, like, my 11th grade year was, I think I had a good year, you know what I'm saying? And I want to say it's a couple games I might have scored a touchdown on probably pretty much from offense to defense to special teams. I probably scored a touchdown in every effects of the game. So my 11th grade year was great. It was very great for me.
So at that point, had you decided which positions you liked best, or you just liked them all?
To be honest, at that point, it was more so of, you know, like when you're passionate for the game, it's like say for instance, if the quarterback mess up, come put me at quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just, you know what I'm saying? Not being settling and be like, you know, chill, trust your teammate. You know what I'm saying? But it never was. I didn't trust my teammates or anything. It just was the point of the fact of, I know if I'm in this situation, I know I'm gonna make a play. You know, it ain't no shot or doubt. I'm gonna make a play. You know, so it was more so of that. But at that point, I think my 11th grade year, I had kind of figured out that, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to play receiver because back then, Greg Span, he was coming back home. And so he introduced me to some techniques of receiver. So after that, I really kind of like got even more potent, learning how to get off the ball, learning how to use my hands, you know what I'm saying, learning how to use my head and shoulders. So I really became potent after that. So it was kind of bent up on then that, you know what I'm saying, if I go to college, I'm going to play receiver.
Okay, now, since you said that, I made a post probably about 2 weeks ago, and it was a post with the receivers out there. And I said in that post that there's never been a time when Knoxville didn't have great receivers. We've always had them. And I was watching the junior high earlier in the spring. They still coming, man.
They still coming.
It ain't gonna stop.
It's not gonna stop.
Yeah, they still coming. They still coming.
No.
So before you get to, we talk about your senior year, let's kind of backtrack because we basically been talking football. There's been a little basketball in there. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what you talked about? That would have been your
going into my that was the spring.
The knee. That was in spring of
'96.
Okay, your sophomore year.
'97. I'm going into my sophomore year.
Yeah.
My freshman year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I played basketball like we was the first team in Knoxville County to win the Big Six. Back then it was the Big Six. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was big back then. Yeah, Starville, Louisville, West Point, Columbus, who else? It was like 6 teams. So it was big. Ninth grade basketball was big back then. Like, that was something like from junior high and ninth grade basketball, it was like in the area, it was huge. So that was something that, you know what I'm saying, me being who I was, thinking I'm a basketball player at the time, like, I gotta win. I didn't win it in my junior high, so I gotta win in my ninth grade year. This is my last chance on winning because after this is no more, it's high school now. So we come in, our first day in the gym, I tell Coach Bro, like, hey, bro, we winning the Big Six this year. If you with us or you not? And he looking like, and you know Coach Bro here, what's on? You ain't gonna do nothing. No, it's Coach Brooks. You know what I'm saying? That's just him, man. And we ended up that year, we ended up being Starville that year for the Big Six.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's catch up. Let's do the junior year before we go back to your senior year in football.
Okay, well,
junior
sophomore
year.
year basketball, I played high school too.
Okay.
So my freshman year, I got a chance to dress out a couple games with the high school because you know a couple guys, you know, things happen. You know, back then the people know Coach Chip didn't play, so a couple guys they'll miss some games here, there. So he'll, you know what I'm saying, me and George Davis, we got a chance in the 9th grade to dress out with the high school and get some garbage minutes, which back then as a 9th grader, dressing out with the high school, that was big time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm dressing out with the high school, like, you know,
Yeah.
chest out, chin up, you know what I'm saying? So that was big time. And, you know, in my sophomore year, dress out with the high school, play a little bit, didn't play much. But I played a little bit. Then my 11th grade year was big for me. Played basketball, man. Like I did my thing basketball wise, you know, because I was like more like basketball wise. I would bet on I'm gonna lock you up 94 feet. Like I don't care who you is, I'm gonna lock you up. You're not gonna score on me. And then when we get it, and how Coach Tripp set his offense up, like nowadays, me as a coach, like I let my guys play. I don't just tag a kid and be like, "Yes, you can't score." Back then, Coach Tripp had it to the point he wanted that ball to go on the inside. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the fact that you can't score. Like this first house, we're going inside, no matter who we got in there. You know, and I think I could have been a scorer. I really think because there's some games I showed that I could score. You know, but you got to be coachable. You know what I'm saying? And Coach Tripp was one of them people like. You ain't want to be on Coach Tripp ass. So you know what I'm saying? You gonna do what you supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know, if not, you're gonna be gone. And so my 11th grade year had a good year. You know what I'm saying? Started my 11th grade year, going into my 12th grade year. So I had a good basketball career also at Oxford.
Okay. Do you remember? Can you recall what was your highest point average?
Probably 15. I probably scored 15 points a game. Probably averaged 15 assists a game. Because it was back then mainly like I was more like I wanted to. I love to see my teammates score. You know, so I knew I could score, but if they scoring, I'm good. You know, so.
And you had to play within that parameter.
Play within that process.
Oh yeah.
You know, the offense was you gonna play within it.
Yeah, you don't go out there and start solo.
You don't do that with Coach Tripp.
Yeah. Okay, back to football. How did you feel about your offensive line? So Big A sitting over there. I know he was the Thompson twin pulling his jersey off.
Going to my senior year, man, it was like I was like more so like I knew I got to get the ball. You know, which it didn't happen, but things happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the offensive line was solidified, man. You know, them guys block. No matter who was up there, they gonna block. Yeah. Tony Henley, Nico Griffin, Jimmy Moe, Alpha Benny got up there, Reggie Harris, Big Hood. Man, we had some guys, man. They blocked. D-Witt, he played D-Witt Smith. Like, man, we had some guys, man. And they knew if they gave us blocks, they knew it. Like, especially me, they knew if they give me that line, it's over. So.
Yeah, I just remember it so vividly. That offensive line, man, how they held the defense away. You know, quarterback had time. They created holes. That was, like I say, I think that may be the biggest line that we've ever had all together. Like I said, we have a couple of years where you got two, guys that got average, good size. Then you may have a couple other guys. They're really good, but they just don't have the height. Yeah. So that was, I remember that so vividly. But, okay. After your senior year, how many offers did you get, recruiting-wise?
Zero.
None. And that didn't shake your spirit where you just didn't want to go anymore?
Yeah, it did. Because like I say, back then, we looked at things as like getting letters, you know what I'm saying? You got them letters, you know what I'm saying? We thought it meant something, which really don't mean nothing, you know what I'm saying? They send them out, as a senior, they going to send them out to everybody. So get a letter. really didn't mean that. But yeah, at the time, yeah, it kind of was like, man, I ain't gonna play no more. But I had an option to go to Russ College play basketball. Coach Tripp had set that up for me, but I was like, nah, coach, I want to play football because I knew I didn't have the size. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the size, and I could have, but my thing was I ain't gonna be able to get there because I was small. Like I'm not the size I am. I wasn't the size I am now. So I went to East Mississippi and I tried out, and I ended up getting a chance to come back to the team for the fall, and I got cut. Yeah, so that first year, as a freshman, I didn't get a chance to play with Big A, and it kind of hurt, seeing him out there. Nothing jealous because that's my brother, so it kind of hurt because shoot, we've been at it together, you know what I'm saying? So wanted to be out there with him and be at battle, but I ended up getting cut. It was my fault, but it wasn't my fault. Like as a walk-on, they had us at 2 different dorms, and so me and Kyle and Tippett, not to be kind of teammate, we the meet started at 6:30. We get there at 6:25. But with those guys being in the football dorm, they was already over there in that area. So they went on ahead and started me because when you look at the majority of the guys, you see everybody there. So we just go ahead and get started early, which we wasn't, like I said, we wasn't late because he told us the meeting was at 6:30. We got there at 6:25, and we walk out, and I tell Cal, like, nah, bro, we ain't going out like this, bro. I'm going to holler at coach. So we go back in there, and they sending in the coaching meeting, and I'm like, coach, you said we was late, but we wasn't late. You said the meeting was at 6:30. We got in the meeting at 6:25. He was like, nah, I didn't say that. And the only coach that stood up and said, coach, he right, you did say the meeting was at 6:30, was Coach Sullivan, the defense coordinator. And Coach Sullivan was a stand-up guy, man. Like, cause any other coach, they and the other coaches was there too. Nobody else, you know what I'm saying. The rest of them were like, it is what it is, because at the same time they're looking at me and Kyle like we some walk-on, like we ain't that, So, but granted, the crazy part about it is I got caught in the numbers game. I got caught in the number game. You already got sophomore receivers there. And so basically, like, you get caught in the number game. It ain't the fact that you can't play. It's the fact that who we gonna get rid of for you when these guys have proven to us that they can do it, because they had top-notch DBs that they couldn't guard me. Like, I gave them havoc, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I was small, I was quick, I was fast, I was furious. Like, I ain't fearing nothing feared me. Like, especially football, it's football, any sport. Like, that's how I looked at it. Like, bro, it's just a sport. So I got caught in the number game, and I tell people I got cut 2 times in a week. He cut us that. I think it probably was that Tuesday or Wednesday. He turned around again and cut us that Friday, man. That's crazy. And I think he let us come back basically mainly because of Coach Sullivan stepped up and said what, what was at 6:30. But after that, though, I might well could have just quit because, man, the receiver coach gave me pretty hell. Like, and the guys that had been there, they knew it. So, like, bro, you good, you know what I'm saying? Because we ran things they call gaps, sideline to sideline. If you don't touch the line, it don't count.
Yeah.
And I'm running past the line. He like, it don't count. Johnson ain't touched the line. And them guys like, man, you good, bro. We know you touching the line. He just, you know what I'm saying, just mentally trying to get in my head mentally, you know what I'm saying? So that's all that was. But they knew they was going to cut me anyway. They ain't had to do me like that. Now,
at that time, I wasn't going to any track meets. I go to a lot of them now. Did you run track?
I ran track too.
Okay.
I played baseball too. I played all 4 sports.
Okay. So during your years, I mean, basically, I was just at the football games.
Well, my senior year, and back then, like, pretty much that's why they changed the prom now, because it always been on no hair. And they ain't nobody going on track. So we kind of like put you in the bind song. But my senior year, man, we made the north half, or was it? No, it was north half. We made the north half, and we got beat, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I can remember a track meet. We went to North Half, and people I know could do better than they was doing.
But they wasn't there.
They wasn't. Well, some of them was there, but they didn't. I know they wasn't putting all of putting out. You know, because you shouldn't make a kid have to make that decision.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's plenty of days. Change it. So the kids can do both.
Do both.
Yeah. So then after scuba,
I ended up. I had a scholarship to West Alabama and Florida A&M. But Florida A&M, they wanted me to come in the spring, and then they was gonna put me on scholarship in the fall. So I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. And then at the time, West Alabama was kind of low level then. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah. So I'm gonna go to Jackson State. I'm gonna walk on at Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? You got Chris down there, you got Bobby down there, you got Dion down there. You know, old teammates. I go down there and play with them guys. And so I go down there one day, and I back then, you know, you got cassettes. So I go to the field house at school, and I make me a highlight tape, and I take it to Jackson State with me. I go down there one day, and Big Whoop, he ride down there with me. You know, Big Whoop was like a father figure to me, so he ride down there with me, and we go in there, they put it in, they watch it, they like, okay. So they tell me, you know, what to do, come back in the fall, and they tell me everything that's gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? They gonna have a meeting, I need to be at the meeting, and after that, that spring, had a good spring, you know what I'm saying? I had a good spring, but I wasn't gonna go back. I was gonna go to West Alabama. And me and the offense coordinator, at the time, he kind of like, I went to talk to him about, you know, getting on the field. What do I need to do better as a player? You know what I'm saying, to be able to get on the field. And one day he was kind of mad or something. He just went to talking about it amongst the players. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah, bro, this ain't it. You know, this ain't how we supposed to do this. So I ain't had no respect for him after that. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna go to West Alabama. So they call. I'm like, man, I ain't answering the phone. I ain't returning no call. Chris and them told him I ain't coming back. And so at the time, my wife, we at home, we in the bed, and she wasn't my wife at the time. It was a girlfriend, a boyfriend, and she answered the phone, and it was Coach Robert. Yeah. She was like, some coach on the phone. And I'm like, man, why you answering this phone? You know what I'm saying? Because now I can't just hang up on him, you know what I'm saying? So I answered, man, he kept me on the phone, man, we talking. He like, Johnson, man, I need you to come back. You're going to be my star return guy. You're going to be my punt return guy. You're going to be kick out return guy. And, you know, you just can't go to West Alabama. They got a lot going on over there right now. You know, at the time, they had the KKK march over there. And he was like, you can't go over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Coach, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? He's like, well, nah, but you can't go over there, you know? So, man, he kept me on the phone and talked to me for about an hour. And then he had the offensive coordinator with Darren Arisbury. He said, Coach Arisbury is sitting here, and he's saying he's going to be his fifth receiver. You know what I'm saying? Coming out the bench, he's going to be the fifth guy. And some games, they start 5 wide. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I get out the phone with him. He called me right back and said, son, I need you here. So then I was sold back on Jackson State. So that's how I ended up going back to Jackson State in the fall.
Okay. So that first year at Jackson State, full time, how did you do on kickoffs?
Man, it was like I made the newspaper my first game.
Wow.
So that was a big time, you know what I'm saying? Really could have scored. I could have scored. I had a touchdown. But you know, when you moving fast and one of my guys, he stopped the block and when he booted out, I bumped him and tapped him. He actually tackled me. Yeah. It was cool, and I had a good year. I averaged like 20 a pop, kick out return, probably about 10, 15 a pop, punt return. And funny thing about that year was Coach Robert. We was in the special team meeting. We probably like 4 or 5 games in the season, huh? And they kicked it to me on kick return. And you know, if it go in the end zone, you know, you supposed to nail it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't get much burn at receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like, man,
I'm coming out of here.
I'm coming out of here. And I catch it in the back of it. It's almost in the back of the end zone. When I catch it and I turn and I almost broke it. Shoestring tackle. So we in film room and when the special team coaching, he like, Johnson,